There are sounds in the ocean that should not exist. In 1997, a network of underwater microphones recorded something strange beneath the Pacific Ocean, a sound so powerful it was detected nearly 5,000 kilometers away. It lasted for over a minute, and nobody could explain what made it. Scientists called it the Bloop. At first, it seemed like just another unexplained signal. But when researchers analyzed the recording, they discovered something disturbing. If this sound came from a living creature, that creature would have to be larger than any animal ever discovered on Earth. And that's when the theories began. The ocean is the largest unexplored environment on Earth. More than 80% of it remains unmapped. Entire mountain ranges, canyons, and ecosystems exist beneath the surface completely untouched by humans. Sunlight cannot reach those depths. At the bottom of the ocean, there is only darkness and pressure so extreme it would crush a human body instantly. Yet somehow, life still exists there. Creatures with transparent skin, animals that generate their own light. Predators evolved in total darkness. Every year, scientists discover species nobody knew existed, which raises an uncomfortable question. If we continue discovering new life forms today, what else could still be hiding in the deep? The Bloop was detected by NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Their underwater listening systems stretched across the Pacific Ocean. Originally, it was never meant for scientific research. The system had been developed during the Cold War to locate Soviet submarines moving silently beneath the ocean, using hydrophones, massive underwater microphones. Researchers could hear sounds occurring thousands of kilometers away. Then, during the summer of 1997, the system recorded something unusual, a massive ultra-low frequency signal. The sound rapidly increased in intensity before slowly fading into silence. It did not resemble submarines, it did not resemble earthquakes, and it did not match any known marine animal. The signal became known simply as the Bloop. But what truly alarmed researchers was how powerful it was. The sound was so intense, it was detected by multiple listening stations spread across the Pacific. Something enormous had produced it. As news of the Bloop spread online, the people became obsessed with one terrifying possibility. What if the sound came from a living creature? At first, the idea seemed impossible, but there was one disturbing detail. The sound shared characteristics with biological signals. In other words, it sounded alive. But no known marine animal could generate something that powerful. Not even the blue whale, the loudest creature on Earth, which meant if the Bloop truly came from a living organism, that organism would need to be enormous, far larger than any whale ever recorded. Suddenly, the internet exploded with theories. People spoke about giant undiscovered leviathans hidden deep beneath the Pacific. Others connected the sound to ancient sea monster legends, and some believed humanity had accidentally discovered evidence of something prehistoric, still surviving in the abyss. Then came the strangest theory of all. The sound's location appeared surprisingly close to the fictional coordinates of Relaya, the underwater city from H.P. Lovecraft's stories, where the cosmic entity Cthulhu supposedly sleeps beneath the ocean. Of course, it was probably coincidence, but for the internet, that was enough. The Bloop became more than a sound, it became a legend. But perhaps the most unsettling part of this story is that the bloop wasn't the only unexplained sound ever recorded beneath the ocean. There were others, signals with names like Julia, Upsweep, and Slow Down. Some were eventually explained, others remain uncertain even today, and that uncertainty matters, because despite all modern technology, humanity still knows almost nothing about the deepest parts of the ocean. There are regions of Earth where no human has ever gone. Places hidden beneath kilometers of black water. Entire ecosystems may exist down there, completely isolated from the surface world. And if something massive did exist in the deep ocean, there is a terrifying possibility we might never find it. Years later, researchers finally announced the most likely explanation for the bloop, and surprisingly, it probably wasn't a creature at all. Scientists believe the sound was caused by an ice quake, when enormous Antarctic icebergs crack, split apart, and drag against the ocean floor. They can produce extremely powerful low-frequency sounds. After comparing recordings from other ice quakes, researchers found strong similarities to the bloop. Officially, the mystery was solved. No sea monster, no hidden leviathan, no creature lurking beneath the Pacific, just moving ice. But even today, many people remain unconvinced, because there is still no absolute proof, only theories. And somewhere in the back of human imagination, the question still remains, what if it wasn't ice? The deeper humanity explores the ocean, the stranger it becomes. Every expedition reveals creatures we never imagined, sounds we cannot fully explain, and places untouched by human eyes. The bloop may have been nothing more than shifting Antarctic ice. Or maybe it was something else entirely, something hidden beneath kilometers of darkness, waiting in a part of the world where humans almost never look. Because the truth is, the scariest thing about the ocean is not what we know exists there. It's what we still haven't found. Subscribe for more dark mysteries, unexplained discoveries, and stories hidden beneath the surface of our world. And tell me in the comments, what do you think created the bloop?